Hi everyone. Today has been a really crazy day. August 17th, 2021. Some of you have seen the viral video of the Anglican priest that kissed 3 girls, one after the other, on their mouth. One, even you could tell she was completely uncomfortable. She had her mask on to create a barrier between her and the priest, whom she was afraid to refuse. And yet this priest insisted that she take down her mask. It's COVID, right? I just woke up from a quick 15-minute nap, so forgive my eyes are kind of watering here. And I'm on my way to pick my kids, but I had to put my 2 cents in because this is extremely disheartening. It's extremely disturbing. It's so sad that we have a culture where young girls are afraid to say no. They're afraid to say no. They don't know that they have the right to say no. I have heard time and time again churches preach, or pastors preach, my rights for, as if knowing your rights is a bad thing. Look here. Knowing your rights is what protects you. Knowing your rights is what keeps you safe. There's no reason that any sane person should go around saying, not knowing your rights is a bad thing. These people are highly uneducated. That is usually the case. And even if they are educated, often they are ignorant about rights. They have probably never even read the Bill of Rights for children. They have probably never read the UN rights for women, and they just make up things in their head. And the part of the reason why they don't want you to know your rights is because they want to take advantage of you. If you knew your rights, they wouldn't be able to touch you. And I'm not saying this to make anyone feel bad. There was a time in my life where I didn't know how to say no. When you're a child, it takes people teaching you that you have the right to say no, that this and this is okay. But in Ghana, probably in other parts of Africa, we are told that we don't talk back to adults. We are suppressed. We're told that we're being disrespectful anytime we want to speak our mind. This has got to stop. It's enough. Parents need to stop that behavior in the house. Parents need to talk to their children about their sexuality, okay? You're not telling your kids to go and have sex, but you are letting your children know that they have bodies. As they're growing, they become more attractive to the opposite sex, and some are going to try and take advantage of them, and that they have the right to say no. And as soon as someone tries to violate their bodies, they should be able to report it to you, their parent, because you will back them full force. Let them know that you're going to support them when they come and report you. Don't insult your children. Don't blame them. The kids are not to blame for the behavior, the deviant behavior of adults. We all have temptations and sexual urges, okay, as adults. But there is a limit. You don't go and take advantage of children or students to gratify your sexual desires. I heard someone say, oh, we all have sin. We are all bad. No, there is a limit and there are boundaries. So when someone violates those, do not justify that behavior. Do not act like we're all on the same page. No, we're not all on the same page. God forbid that I would ever sleep with my children or ever sexually abuse them. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? Like, there's a limit. So when people commit these atrocities and these crimes, we need to deal with it head on, directly, and not compromise. There's no compromise for this kind of behavior. Oh, you're so funny today. Oh, you're so funny to know. Oh, nim senya maybe woho. And now you're so for this. It doesn't. Don't the pastors have a code of conduct that he's supposed to live by, or is he exempt from following the Bible? Is he exempt from the rules of his ministry? Is he exempt from the rules of humanity? You know, you've taken advantage of these young girls. This video came out because he has gotten away with it time after time, and he literally didn't think that he would be held accountable. That's the problem with abusers. They increase what they're doing the evil that they're doing over and over and over. So today it has finally come out. But this has been going on. The patterns of abuse statistics and research tells us that this man has been committing these crimes against these young ladies for a long, long time. And it's high time that we start changing our culture, countering our culture as Ghanaians, whether it's a post at a time on Facebook, Instagram. Let's talk about these things. Let's empower each other. Let's change the next generation. We cannot continue to be silent because they said, hey, if you say something you're disrespectful. Disrespectful is a thing. Protecting yourself is not being disrespectful. Telling someone that is trying to hurt you emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, no is not disrespectful. So that's all I had to say today. Do not be afraid to be called a rebel or rebellious. First of all, we shouldn't even be doing that to young people. If you go to a church and they have a whole manual about rebels, think twice about that church. That church is a cult. That's not the real church, because the only manual that there is about behavior for a Christian is the Bible. Anything additional is just to entangle you, ensnare you, to tie chains on you, to suffocate you. All of that. That is not godly. That is not the grace that Jesus Christ came to bring us. I just had to let y'all know, and I hope that someone is encouraged by this. It breaks. Oh, I had another story because I was thinking about it. I remember when I was in school in JSS in Ghana. There was, it's funny, it's all coming to me now. There was a particular girl that we had stigmatized, and we always would say she's disrespectful. But now it all makes sense. You know why it was being said that she was disrespectful? Because she always had an attitude when this particular male teacher would come to the classroom. Of course she had an attitude. He was messing with her body. So no way she's going to have respect. And our ideas about respect are so delusional, if that's the right word. But we have these delusional ideas about respect, honestly. And that's what they're teaching us in our schools and our churches and our home. That no matter what they do to you, no matter what an adult does to you, you still have to be respectful towards them. If they don't respect themselves, if they don't earn your respect, if they violate you as a person, respect is mutual. So if they're violating all of that, then there's no reason to give them respect, period. He's touching your body, he's violating you. How can you possibly look at that person with loving eyes again? How can you look at that person and give them respect? They have dishonored themselves and dishonored you. So we need to really look at the culture and look at these things again. When a child, and one of the signs of abuse really is when a child is aggressive or hostile towards someone that they're supposed to have respect for. That should tell you a lot about the relationship. But we miss these signs every day. So dear teachers, go back to school tomorrow. We got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and note these things. If you have students that are considered rebels, just look again. Because more often than not, those children are being abused by someone, by an adult that they trusted, by an adult that they looked up to. Someone disappointed them. Someone's hurting them. So let's just be mindful of that. Y'all have a wonderful day. Let's keep the conversations going. Let's be advocates. Join the GH Abuse Project on Facebook, the GH Abuse Project. And let's change Ghana for the better, for tomorrow's generation and the generations to come. Well, you know what I mean. Bye.